Yo, what's up, you guys? This your boy JB, aka MyMixEngineer. First thing first, you guys, I want to say thank you for actually, sticking around. Thank you for all of the support you guys have been giving me over the years, you guys. Seriously, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're a real one, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification so that you know whenever I drop another video, you guys. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at MyMixEngineer. And make sure you follow me on Twitter, everywhere. MyMixEngineer. Just follow your boy, holler at me, say what's up, and I make sure I give you shout outs and everything. Show love to all my followers, all my fans, all you inspiring engineers and artists. Y'all dope. Guard your light. So first thing first, this is the song called Same Page. The name of the artist is Big Main. This is my boy. We country. We got names like that. Big Main. You feel me? And Big Main, Same Page. This is a dope song. I want to show you guys what I did and just kind of break it down from it's a 2-track and vocal from all the processing, my mind frame. Check it out.
Girl, we about the same thing. We gon' get on the same page. I'm sending you a 4-page letter, and I enclose it with a kiss. And if you write back, you better send it on time. I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby. And if you get with me, you down, baby. I know some shit that'll turn you out, baby. I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna know what you about, baby. And if you get with me, you down, baby. I wanna go another round, baby. I want you to know my guard is down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me blowing this loud, baby.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna give you right now. You got the intro, the hook, and a little bit of the verse, you guys. So the song structure to me is kind of weird, but it may look weird to you guys. But he actually have instead of a third hook, instead of a second hook, he have like this. I say like this 80s. You know how they just talk to you.
Baby, I know you already know that I'm coming strong.
Hey, what you doing? By yourself and shit.
I know you already know that I'm coming strong,
I mean, if you
baby.
want some company, I can come through
Yeah,
while I'm on the way.
I know you already know that I'm coming strong. Am I going too slow?
All right. So now you heard that. Let's kind of break it down. Let's go through the mind frame. So first thing we have this beat. And this is talking to all you dope engineers who haven't had the chance to, work on full track out songs. You get these 2-track and vocals, and sometimes these artists, they may get songs off of, YouTube. Just gonna flat out tell you guys. Let me zoom in. I'm not even gonna stunt with you guys. You see all these cuts? Producers, never put your tag on beat because cats like me would take it out. All right, just don't put it on beat. Put it like off beat. Put your tag somewhere off beat. Don't come on a down beat. Don't come on the upbeat. Come on that a quarter note in between beat. Somewhere that I can't loop. So these spots. Right, you didn't hear anything, right? Let me take this out. Go back right here. Right, and where is it? Don't put your tag on beat, you guys. Just future reference, just to save you guys. But anyway, that's the beat. Didn't do too much to it, you guys. As you can see, I turned it down so that it can give me some headroom. So let's take some of this mastering stuff off because I really don't master with it on. So I have like an EQ, a mastering EQ. This was actually free for a while. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I actually like to throw out, like, when I see when companies throw out like free plugins, I definitely be showing it, you guys. So follow me on Instagram and Twitter to keep up with all this, and I'll show you like when free stuff coming out. I use the multiband linear phase multiband compressor waves. You guys already know. I use this to kind of smooth it out. I like the way that it kind of kind of flattens it if you do too much, but in a way it can keep stuff punchy. Saturation, of course. And this is for like stereo imaging to give it a little more width in the top end or upper mid range, make it a little wider, and lower mid range just a little bit wide, and then a low end keep it tight. What else I got? And a limiter, and this is metering basically, and then another metering plugin. So this is a T-Rex, or I don't know if they call it T-Rex anymore, but yeah, T-Rex 5 metering. Dope plugin. You can see everything. Dope plugin. Not gonna go too far into it. This is a reference by Mastering the Mix. I love these guys. I'm telling you, big shout out to Mastering the Mix. They've been big supporters for a long time. You guys love them. This basically, you can drop in your reference here if you have one. I didn't have one in this case, and you can kind of A/B it, almost like the other plugin called A/B. But this one, they pretty much almost similar, you guys. Pretty similar, but with this one you can kind of move it around, like, so if you want to know what, 20 to or whatever, 20k up to 60 hertz, 65 hertz is doing, you can solo that and just hear nothing but that. But yeah, the reference, you guys. I got some other cool features too, but levels. I use this for the mono pretty much. I like to use it for the LRA. I just like the way it look. And then the dynamics, definitely for the dynamics, just to check. I like to see what my dynamics is actually doing. I like to see my kick and my snare. So the beat is actually producing pretty mixed pretty well. So dope. Kudos to the producer. That's pretty much it. Let me take that off. Turn these off for the time being. I'll turn the limiter off, and let's turn this off because that's not how I mix. And this is off because that's not how I mix. Usually, what I normally hear from the get-go is just the saturation, and that's the honest to God truth. Yeah. So this is what it sound like. And the level that I like to mix at, all right, I mix this song in headphones. I used a pair of Biodynamics 770 and an Avitone in a hotel room, you guys. That's it. So when I use the Avitone and when I'm using the headphones, this is how I'm listening to it. It's in straight mono, you guys. So take a listen. All right, so as you can see, I got plenty of headroom. It's hitting around like -14, which is extremely low. Sometimes I go up to -10 if I'm mixing it myself. Like I got all the stems. -10 most definitely. Then I started with the hook. So let's bring in the hook. Let's loop it.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby. And if you get with me, you down, baby.
All right, so pretty simple. I'm using some EQ, as you can see. I'm not too. I know some people like to do subtractive. In this case, I didn't want to, so I'll let you guys hear it raw. I'm not finna. Yeah, I'll let you hear it raw.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby. And if you get with me, you down, baby.
All right, so that's what it sounds like without it.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby.
And with it.
I wanna see what you about, baby.
So it just brightened it up a little bit. Gave it a boost around 2K, basically. It's not much. It's not even 1 dB, 0.9. 7K wide band. Giving it like 2K, so it's really brightening it up. And then I'm hitting it with the R compressor. Not much.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby. And if you get with me,
Yeah, barely. In this case, you could say I'm damn near using it just the gate. You be honest, just to clean it up a little bit. And then of course, wave tune.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby.
All right, following wave tune, I have a de-esser. Of course, you can hear those S's.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you.
All right, so and then I have a hall.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you.
We got a 15. You can hear the tail of it right there. You heard it?
I want you to know my guard is down, baby.
You hear the lit tail? It's not that much. I didn't want to drown it. I got some delay. And with the reverb I'm using, reverb. So I'm using Echo Boy. I put the Echo Boy in front of it. Or you can use whatever delay you want to use. You guys just put the delay in front of it instead of using the pre-delay inside of here. Instead of using pre-delay here, I just made my own pre-delay. Basically, just using this for the pre-delay. Then I EQ'd it. I took out some of the 2K so that the vocals can sit out more. I didn't want that range of that much reverb because that would have washed it out. And so I took it out. Just a small dip. And delay.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby.
You heard that? That little small delay. It's not that much. I'm using a quarter. Not a quarter, but a fourth. Yeah, a quarter delay. I'm tripping. Using a quarter delay. And just a small touch of feedback. Nothing spectacular. Then I am running it into a CLA. You know what? I got to give big shout outs to Juice. Big Juice. If you guys know who he is, like, just go look up Big Juice. I'm not even going to tell you exactly. If you know who he is, you know. If you know, you know. But Big Juice threw this tip out to me, to a bunch of us a while back, and I've been using it for a while. Ever since he been telling me, ever since he told me about it. Basically, Echo Boy or any delay. I like Echo Boy because you can switch up the styles and you can change up the flavor with it right here. Saturation. You could do a little EQ and whatever. Ping pong, da da da. But I'm running into the Wave CLA effects, and this thing is like super dope, you guys. You can do. It just makes it sound even doper. Just to be honest, it's.
I want you to know my guard is down, babe.
Without
I want you to know my guard is down, babe.
Right.
I want you to know my guard is down, babe.
Cool, right? So it's just something mellow, sit back in the back, subtle.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby.
And then I'm just doing some parallel compression. All right, so with this parallel, I had this plugin for a long time, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try out. I'm really gonna play around. So usually, okay, yeah, this mix right here, just gonna be 100 with you guys. This one of those mixes that he's the homie, and I'm like, yo, I believe in you. This song is dope. I mix it. And songs like this, I call it practice. You know what I mean? So I practice and I play around, and this is get me in top shape for the big leagues. So when a big wigs call and like, yo, you mix my song, da da da, I'm ready and I can snap to it. It's not too much thinking. So I'm playing around with this one. I'm actually loving the Mac DSP Ultimate compressor, and this right here is the U67. You already know what that emulating the Fairchild, quote unquote. And I'm squashing it, you guys. Check it.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby. And if you.
And what it's doing is just making that vocal just sit. That's pretty much it. That's it. Just making it sit. All right. Then the backgrounds, I cheated, you know. They all been sent to this hook bus. And on my hook bus, I have some more EQ. well, tape, Mac from T-Rex. Love this tape. This is the Tape Machine 440. Don't make me lie to you. Tell you what it's emulating. I just threw it on and it sounds dope. I kind of tweaked it so that the vocals hitting it a certain amount of saturation that I'm getting.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you.
I didn't want that much saturation. Hey, stop playing with me. I didn't want that much saturation, so that's what we got. Then I'm running into okay, the bus compressor. You know what the drill is. Take a look at it. I'm not gonna go over the settings too much.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby.
And it's just to glue everything, keep everything. You hear the reverb sound thicker, the delay sound fuller, everything just sounds gelled. Then I am limiting it, you guys, because I knew that's how loud I wanted to sound. It's not gonna go over -15 for one, because guess what? My beat.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you.
My beat is not going over -15, so my vocals are not going over -15. I'm not finna have them spiking over there. It needs to sit inside of the beat. Trick, right? That's one of my tricks. Let's replay, you guys, saying hello. Alright, so following that, we got Soothe from from OK Sounds. Hey, when they came out with this right here, game changer. Check them out. I'm shameless plug. Check them out. Dope. So without it, take a listen.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby. And if you get with me, you down, baby. I know some shit that'll turn you out, baby.
Alright, so Soothe is exactly what it's saying. It's a resonant peak reductor, just to be honest, and it got like thousands of frequency bands within it. So it got settings right here. I'm not gonna go too deep. I'll save it for another video, but basically it's a resonant peak reductor, and it's anything that's peaking is knocking it down, as you can see.
I want you to know my guard is down, baby. I wanna see what you about, baby. And if you get with me, you down, baby.
Alright, so fair, as you can hear. That's where I started. That's my hook, right? So I'm B100 with you guys. That's how we started. Boom. And let's go to the verse.
Down, baby.
Oh, I got these locked in.
You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me blowing this loud, baby. Got the bass in the trunk, know you hear that sound, baby.
All right, so on the verse, I'm pretty much the same settings from the hook, except I added some more after the de-esser. I added a little more warmth, kind of cut it a little bit, made it sound a little more thicker because it's just a single vocal. I wanted to push them more up in your face, and I gave it some 5K. I like 5K on the Pultec style, any Pultec style compressor. Style EQ. I love the Pultec. I like 5K. I also like 8K around, bandwidth around 7 or 8. I love that. And if the vocals sound too bright, like if I'm doing something like put you in mind like a Young Thug type style, I like warmer vocals, but just to make it sit inside, you can kind of attenuate the top end to make it sound a little dull.
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me blowing this loud, baby. Got the bass in the trunk, know you hear that sound, baby. I'ma smoke that air like a black and mild, baby. I'ma give you the business all night long, baby.
But I needed that shine in this case. I didn't have that much shine on it, so I needed that shine for it. All right, so no attenuation. Next, I am using I was using a lot of T-Rex on this. So on the T, I'm using this. It's basically like a dynamic mute. It's probably like a Varimute. It looks like one, almost. But I'm using it to kind of like that early compression. I'm actually hitting this one.
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me blowing this loud, baby. Got the bass in the trunk, know you hear that sound, baby. I'ma smoke that air like a black and white.
Just make his vocal sound a little more consistent. That's basically it. Then I didn't like. I'll let you hear it before.
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me blowing this loud, baby. Got the bass in the trunk, know you hear that sound, baby. I'ma smoke that air like a black and mild, baby.
So this area right here,
Down, baby. You ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby.
it was just too much of it. Just a little too much of it, and it was kind of poking out. And I just wanted that. I wanted it to sit better.
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me blowing this loud, baby.
And that's pretty much it. This is going to the big man lead vocal bus right here, right here. I'm using a widener. The widener I'm using Eventide. Yo, I gotta give my boy a shout out, like, cause he the one who put me on this, and I give props where props is due, and like there's no way that I'm not finna give. I'm looking them up on Instagram right now. But this right here, if you have like a micro shifter, the little micro shifter from Sound Toys, or you have the Waves doubler, or if you want to go old school, you take that main track and you duplicate it. In a sense, so now you have three. Duplicate it twice. Now you got three. Pan it left and right, hard left and right. And you ain't even got to do it hard left and right, but make sure you kind of tweak. I tweak it just a little bit, but pan it hard left and right. I pitch it down maybe like 1 or 2 cents on each side. I pitch like the left down 1 cent and pitch the right down like 2 cent, so that it's not giving you the exact same. So it kind of give you like this fluttering sound. That's what I'm doing right here. And once you do that, just kind of blend it in, and it's extremely easy, extremely dope. And so this is what I'm doing with her here. You can see I'm using the Eventide, the H3000 factory. It sounds dope. The reason I don't like this, I usually use this the little micro shifter, but I stopped using the little micro shift because it kind of gives a little saturation, little noise sound that I don't like. At the end of the mix is hissing like the old Waves used to do. So I kind of stopped using it. I was using a doubler for a minute, but I do like the little micro shifter over the doubler. So once I seen this, they got a micro shifter. Okay, cool. Try this out. And my boy, what's his name? Jeff on the boards. Go check him out. That's his Instagram. Jeff on the boards. Check him out. Tell him thank you, because he the one who gave me this tip. And I've been using it ever since, you guys. All right. And that's just to give it some width, make it sound a little wider. Let me, I'm not going to go too far into it, but.
Ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You can be right beside me blowing this loud, baby. Got the bass in the trunk, know you hear that sound, baby.
Just make it sound just a little bit wider. It also keeps you in the mind of having like a left and a right wall, period. Then you have the hall reverb, same hall that I used up here, no difference. Same delay that I used from up here, same thing. Same parallel compression, same thing, you guys. Just as you can see, the settings are a little bit different. How much I gave each is, you can see, different compared to what I did to the hook. And then it's going to the vocal bus. It's vocal bus, the big main lead vocal bus, and I'm using pretty much the same thing. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty much the same thing. Also have them sent to this bus 11. I'll explain why I'm using bus 11 in a second. Background vocals, big cheats. You know what I'm saying? Look, check this out. Background vocal bus. first thing first, Hall, same. Delay, same. Is it? Let me make sure. Delay, same. Yeah, same. Parallel, definitely same. You guys, the bus. Oh snap! I'm messing up, messing with the church's money. Let's slide this back over. I guarantee you. Here.
All night long, baby. Fade down ass up when you hear this song, baby. I know you already know what's going on, baby. I know you already know that I'm coming strong.
Yeah, I knew it was probably about like 3 dB gain reduction on that. So, limiter is same thing, you guys. Not cheating, but it didn't need that much. You guys check it, listen to it. All right, so EQ here is different. Why? Because if you got so many tracks, same way up here. I didn't do it here. I did do it here on the background, except for the lead. So the backgrounds, you can see it dipped out around 500 because when you put them together, 500 builds up that mid-range. This right here, when you have a bunch of stacks and a bunch of vocals going at the same time, it builds up and everything is fighting for this area, you guys. So I thinned it out, kind of, you know what I'm saying, so that everything kind of sit. So that's the EQ. I'm using some compression as well, and there you go, some pitch correction. Send it to this buses that it need down here, and then my panning, I got like 60 left, 60 right.
Fade down ass up when you hear this song, baby.
You don't hear it left and right because I work in mono, but check this out. You hear that it's like a chorus right there, right?
Fade down ass up when you hear this song, baby. I know you already know what's going on, baby.
All right, so let's see with it off.
Fade down ass up when you hear this song, baby. I know you already know what's going on, baby. I know you already know that I'm coming strong.
Pretty easy, right? But I like using this because you're not thinking too hard. You can really focus on the frequencies. You can focus on the music when I work in mono. And yes, I got headphones on right now, and I work on an Avertone. It only, you know what I'm saying, this 3-inch woofer, you know, I try to make it sound great on that.
Fade down ass up when you hear this song, baby. I know you already know what's going on, baby. I know you already know that I'm coming strong.
Hey, what you doing? By yourself and shit.
I know you already know that I'm coming strong, baby.
Want some company, I can come through.
Yeah.
All right, so the how I call it, a little telephone conversation with the lover, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to slide in, talk. Hey, so only thing I did, gave it a little more body, make it sound a little thicker. I pretty much kind of copied what I did with the lead vocal because it's pretty much like a lead vocal but a background type of ordeal, and compression is the same. Yeah, I copied everything except I added the telephone at the end, right?
Know that I'm coming strong.
And it's a preset, you guys. I did not make this. This preset been around since FabFilter been around, for real. Like, if you want a good telephone preset, here's one. Also, just a notable mention: if you are fortunate to be able to get, hold on, let me show you guys. So if you got a different plugin and you want to kind of duplicate it, I'm finna show you all the settings where everything is notched at. So you can duplicate it. You pretty much can duplicate the same frequency in EQ3 if you wanted to, just to be 100 about it. I could have did this with the EQ3, but cool. Telephone, I like the way this one sound, just because of the settings that they have, and yeah.
Know that I'm coming strong.
Hey, what you doing? By yourself and shit.
I know you already know that I'm coming strong, baby.
Want some company, I can come through.
All right, and the only thing I didn't do, as you can see, that was muted is the delay. I didn't add any delay to it.
Know that I'm coming strong.
Hey, what you doing? By yourself and shit.
I know you already know that I'm coming strong,
If you
baby.
want some company, I can come through.
Yeah.
All right, cool, right? And then he have this the little bridge area. I call it like a little bridge. So
I know you already know that I'm coming strong. Am I going too slow? Am I moving too fast? Baby girl, I don't know. Baby girl, let me know.
So I want it to be heard, but not heard. It's almost like a feeling. Like you can hear like that high pitch, and it's not even really tuned like talking about. Like solo, it don't sound too good.
I know you already know that I'm coming strong. Am I going too slow? Am I moving too fast? Baby girl, I don't know. Baby girl, let me know.
But with the beat, you can hear how it gels in. Like it kind of sit like almost like a scent inside of the beat. That was the feel I was going for, and did pretty much everything you sent that I've been using. Like I said, the big cheat, which I've seen already. Only thing I added to it was this flanger, and if you got Pro Tools, you got this plugin right here, you guys. Like it's free, and that's what I used. Plain and simple. I actually did a little mix in it, so you can see I put like 31%, so that it have like a little flanger to it. But yeah, that's it. Gave it the same haul, same amount. Everything is 100. You can see. But I made sure that it's following the pan, following my pan, as you can see. And that's it. And that's what it sounds like. Simple. I got them paying $49.49. Ask me why, don't know. Here, let's see. Let's listen why.
Going too slow. Am I moving too fast? Baby girl, I don't know. Already know that I'm coming strong. Am I going too slow? Am I moving too fast? Baby girl, I don't know. Baby girl, let me know.
Okay, I'll tell you why I did that. Just instant, I can tell you. So just imagine the person, like the artist, is sitting right in front of you, right? The singers, I didn't want them to sound like they on the left side of the stage and on the right side of the stage. I wanted them to sound like they just a little bit to the left of the singer and just a little bit to the right of the singer, right? That's why I use 49. 60 to me is like damn near hard left and hard right. 75 on Pro Tools to me is like going 100. You might as well anything after 75, you just put it on 100. There's no use. It's like any 75, 76. That's pretty much 100. It's hard left basically. So I use that to kind of placement. Use the panning for the placement. So yeah, that's why I use that. Let's go back to mono. And then he got this one little spot right here. What did he do?
You ain't never met a nigga like me. Treat you right, how you feeling like a queen? How you feel?
All right, so you're not gonna hear what it is, what it's doing, but I got some panning going on. Let's go. But the cool thing about mixing in mono, when you do it in mono and you do your panning and all this stuff, it sounds even cooler because I make sure that I can hear everything clearly now in mono without the distraction of left and right.
You ain't never met a nigga like me. Treat you right, how you feeling like a queen? How you fit all that ass in them jeans? God damn it, girl, you know what I mean. And girl, may I remind?
Right? So this what the panning sound like.
You ain't never met a nigga like me. Treat you right, how you feeling like a queen? How you fit all that ass in them jeans? God damn it, girl, you know what I mean. And girl, may I remind you the bad.
Simple, right? None. I mean, it's just some ear candy just to play around, especially in the car. I love the way it sounds. You can see I didn't even clean up the session like talking about. Don't be this guy. Don't be me. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. That's it, you guys. And then it goes out, fade out. Yeah, that's it. All right. So let's roll on out to the mix bus, my master bus, right? Let me show you why I use this EQ.
What you doing? By yourself and shit.
I know you already know that I'm coming strong, baby.
So I gave it 2.5, right? K, right? Just to give the vocals a little more punch, a little more push, right? I took out some 100, just a little bit, and I boosted up the weight of the song. So I wanted to knock and have some weight because it's already pretty much bright. Alright, then following that, I used the linear phase multiband bus compressor. Check this out.
You gon' fuck with me stacking the cabbage, pussy with water, call it Titanic. Cause it's about to go down, down, down. I'ma turn that ass round, round, round. I'ma pin you to the ground, ground, ground. Baby girl, don't make a sound, sound, sound. Cause I'ma come get it right fast. So fast you won't know how to act.
And you see, it, in a way, it kind of like flattens and smooths it all the way out. So it's nothing like really, really jumping, poking out. If I wanted something to poke out, I probably would have like just a little bit less. And the only thing that would have poked out was that kick. That's it. So the only thing I did was tuck my kick in some. That's pretty much it with this. Saturation always been there. We've been listening to it through that. All right, so this is with the stereo imaging. I make sure I have this off. Check this out.
What you doing? By yourself and shit.
I know you already know that I'm coming strong, baby.
Want some company, I can come through.
Yeah.
So instantly it give it this tree. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can just imagine like a tree. You got your base, you got your root, your foundation, just your base, your kick, your low frequencies. It's like tight right here, thick, mid, you know what I'm saying, in the middle, right there is the foundation, right? And then it spreads out because you got your branches. Mid-range kind of get a little thicker because you got some branches. As you go up the trunk of the tree, you got your branches coming out. That's why I push it up right here in the mid, low mid frequencies, and then upper mid. So my tree will have like a thick middle, almost like a crisp, no, thicker, no, yeah, it's pregnant. My tree pregnant, as you can see. And then so I added a little bit more width around where the vocals at, so the vocals sound a little thicker and they just sitting like wide. I love the way that it sound. It just sounds great, especially in vehicles and especially in the club, you guys, because you're listening to your song in mono when you hit the club anyway, you guys, just to let you know. That's why I love mixing in mono. All right, then the top, I didn't do too much. Be careful with the top. Don't spread it like that, because once it go to MP3 and it does all that artificial stuff to it and it just messes it up, because MP3 is like 10 cents out of $1 basically. It messes it up. You do too much with the top end because it's gonna cut that anyway, right? All right, so this is what it sounds like.
What you doing? By yourself and shit.
I know you already know that I'm coming strong, baby.
Want some company, I can come through.
All right, so then the next part is the limiter, and this is when I like. Sometimes I do this for the clients. Like I just go ahead and throw a loud mix, and you guys, let's be 100. We do have artists who you send a mix to them and they just throw it on out. You know what I'm saying? I give them the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, find a dope mastering engineer, or I recommend some mastering engineers. G mastering is definitely one, but I recommend some mastering for them. So I send them the mix. What you hear right now is the mix. This is what the mastering engineer will see.
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me blowing this loud, baby.
And you can see it peaked around negative 5.5 dB. That's normally where I like to send my mixes out to mastering, so the master can have a lot of headroom. They can play with it, do some little extra stuff, whatever, whatnot. But again, I like to do stuff so that the mastering engineer don't have to do too much to it, you know? So for listening purpose, for the artist, I'm not going to send them this mix, because then the first thing they're going to say, can you turn it up? It's not loud. We don't have those problems around here. We learn those lessons. Put a limiter on it, you guys. I like to use the looper, the loofs, and I like to go for like sometimes -9, -9, -10 looper.
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me, blowing this loud, baby. Got the bass in the trunk, know you hear that sound, baby. I'ma smoke that air like a black and mild, baby. I'ma give you the business all night long.
And if you like to use RMS, you know, if you pay attention to the RMS, was still hitting around like -10. Well, it was on loop. Yeah, the loop was still like -10 right here. But if you look at the RMS was getting almost up to
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down.
10, 14. It was hidden, but I like to use loof because that's what that's what everybody been using, or that's what everybody transitioned to. That's what they talk about. So, boom, and that was pretty much it. With the limiter, I'm using the ceiling negative, you know, 0.8. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Some you can go -1, negative, yeah, negative, you know, 1 dB. But I use -0.8, the closest to 0 as possible, without. Yeah, because they're just gonna turn it down even more when you go to SoundCloud, iTunes, and all of that, you guys. So that was pretty much it, you guys. If you got any questions, let's take a. Oh, I almost forgot. Bam. All right, so the homie Roy Fortain, he is on what's his Instagram? His Instagram is at Spare Monkey. Dope engineer as well. Gave me this tip about using, you know, the space. I mean, yeah, it's called track spacer. So a lot of people use this on like kick and bass relationship, but I used it on the vocal, and remember I was showing you guys that bus 11, that you see all my vocal buses are being sent to bus 11. You see right here, all my vocal buses are being sent to bus 11. That's this right here. What this is doing is knocking down. It's a sidechain compressor, but it got like the lit frequencies and everything as well. So check this out. I got it filtering up so that it's not doing anything below 500, and it's doing everything above 500 is working.
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me, blowing this loud, baby.
All right, so check this out. If I bypass it,
down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me, blowing this loud, baby.
All right, so immediately when I turned it on, it's like he took a step forward in front of the band, right? And that's what I end up doing. That's why I like using this. But you guys be careful with this, because I had to learn, but so I won't ramble. I like to use it to give it that space, but you got to be careful because I have to turn my vocals down, right? It's knocking down those frequencies, you guys. So if you do that and you just leave your vocals where it's been sitting at, it's not going to sound right. Your vocals going to sound extremely too loud, extremely, like it's going to be sitting in your face, and pretty much what you're hearing is the kick and some of the low frequency instruments, right? But as you can see, my hook is down to -3.6. My lead vocals is -3.3, and my backgrounds are -4.9. So they are pretty much turned down. So they're not 0. All right. Even though I have them limiting at -15, right? So they're sitting inside of the beat. And that's the best way I can do it for a 2-track, because I'm not able to make that snare, or I could do it backwards. I can make the kick sit right below the vocals and the snare above the vocals. It's just how I do, how you play with this. I probably turn this up to like like 3K. Let's see.
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You could be right beside me, blowing this loud, baby. Got the bass in the trunk, know you hear that sound, baby. I'ma smoke that air like a black and mild, baby. I'ma give you the business all night long, baby. Fade down, ass up when you hear this.
All right, so pay attention to the snare.
Down, baby. You can ride in the wheel with the sunroof down, baby. You
So
could
the
be
snare
around
behind
beside
his
me blowing
vocals
this
right now.
loud, baby. Got the bass in the trunk, know you hear that sound, baby. I'ma smoke that air like a black and mild, baby. I'ma
top.
give you the business all night long, baby. Fade down, ass up when you hear this song, baby. I know you already know what's going on, baby. I know you already know that I'm coming strong.
So in actuality, you know what I'm saying, now that, thank you guys, playing around, I probably would have used this, because now that's actually doper, because the snare is hidden a little bit better, which would make him sound even more into the beat, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was pretty much it, you guys. And you know, mix is not done, you guys. We just abandoned them, you guys. Just to be 100 about it, I abandoned this song, and it sounded, once it started sounding good, and I just tried not to overthink it and just go with the flow. And this is what it came out to be, you guys. So in the description below, you'll see the link to the song. And remember, you guys, make sure you go show love. Make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe. I need you guys to do that, because that lets me know that, you know, I need to start bringing more content to YouTube, you guys, and that I'm actually helping you guys. Make sure you follow me on all social media, and I definitely appreciate it. Love you guys. Remember, mixing is an art. Be you. Stay true. I'm mad. Well, I ain't out. I'm still here. Check out this mix.